Web Searching Tips, prepared by LCC Library. Well, you already know how to use the internet. This lesson will give you tips on how to search more effectively. We'll go over 3 basic ideas: using the best words for your search, isolating phrases with quotation marks, and limiting to a specific domain. There are many other ways to limit a search to make it more effective, but this tutorial only has time for these 3. First, your choice of words is important. More words may give you better results, but only if those words are helpful to your search. Most search engines don't process more than 5 words. Up to about 5, the more words you put in the search, the tighter or better the search is. After 5 words, the search engine stops caring. Start by writing the sentence describing your information need. For example, I'm looking for information about jobs in healthcare. Delete I'm looking for. Of course you're looking. That's why you're doing this. Delete information about. Why else would you be using a search engine? Jobs. That's important. So is healthcare. Check that you're using the best words. You should explore some options in case the search engine responds better to one word than another. You might use jobs or job outlook, jobs or employment, healthcare or a specific position, perhaps nurse or medical assistant. See what happens when we compare 2 of these searches. The initial search, I'm looking for information about jobs in healthcare, gives us 541 million hits. Employment Outlook Healthcare gives us 4 million. Careful word choice matters. Why do you care about more hits or fewer hits? Do you really want to read 5 million items? Now, the second tip is to use quotation marks around specific phrases. Healthcare or healthcare in quotation marks. This tells the search engine you are specifically looking for those words next to each other and in this order. This tip is also really useful if you're looking for a specific article title or lyrics in a song. See what happens when we use quotation marks around the phrases rather than just typing the words. Your search results goes from Job Outlook Healthcare, what is that? 80 million to, with quotation marks, 242,000. It's fun to try this with your name. Do it now. Put your name in a search box, then put your name in the search box with quotation marks. Tell somebody else in the room what you get. Let's see if there's a different number. I'll wait. The third tip is to limit to a domain or a website. The domain is the first part of your web address, like http, www, whatever it is, .domain. Domain might be .com for a commercial agency, .edu for a post-secondary, like college institution, .gov for a government place, .net for a network, or .org for an organization. You limit to a domain to get fewer search results or to get results that will give you better information. Generally, you need to be careful using information from a .com site because a .com is commercial, they want to sell you something. .org sites may want to persuade you of something. Many teachers prefer you to use information through government or educational institutions. The most important thing is to decide who will have the information you need. If you're looking for information on jobs and employment, for example, the U.S. government collects that information. If we add this information to our previous search, to look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics for job outlook information, we would add site:/.bls.gov to our search for job outlook in healthcare. For any domain you want, you would put site:/. whatever the name of the domain is. No spaces. With these results, see what we get. Job outlook in healthcare, site:/.bls.gov. Fewer than 300 websites to look through. So these 3 tips have brought us from 541 million to 300. This is called a tighter or a better search. That's the first part of searching. Now you can do a tighter, more effective search. Next time, we'll talk about how to evaluate the results you find.